In this lesson, we're going to look at a few of the modeling tools we'll be using to construct the interior. And so I've just got a simple cube in here, and we're just going to go through quickly some of the tools that we're going to be using. I've got a blank shelf up here. If you don't have one of those, you can always go to New Shelf. And if you like to, you can just drop these tools onto your shelf so that you can quickly access them. I'm going to go ahead and let's turn on wireframe. So as I go through these tools, I'm just going to drop them on here. So the first one we want to talk about that we're going to be using is called the Insert Edge Loop tool. We're going to be using this tool a lot. It's under Edit Mesh. And I'm just going to Control-Shift, click that, and add it to our shelf here. So what this does is basically, if I click on this guy, and now I'm going to click on an edge in my tool, and it's basically going to allow me to drag, as I'm holding down my mouse button, I'm dragging this edge all along this surface until I get it to where I want to drop it in. Say right here. I can do another one, another one. It's just a very easy and quick way to add resolution around a loop around the whole surface like that. So we're going to be using that a lot. One of the other things we're going to be using a lot in this training kit is the bevel tool. So if we select these edges, you can also just select this face if you have a whole face you want to bevel. And we're going to go up to Edit Mesh, Control-Shift, Bevel. So there's our bevel. Let's go ahead and click that. You can see this is a little bit more extreme than we want. If we crank this down, the offset here, let's bump it down to 0.05. You can see what it's done. It's added a little bit of resolution along this edge. So basically we've added faces all along here. And what this does is basically if you have a really sharp edge of this polygon, it's going to look a little bit CG. So we want to add a little bit, most of the time it's going to even be, something more like that. So that when you light it, you're going to get a little bit of bounce off there. It's going to look a little bit more realistic with that, because you rarely find anything that's just super sharp like that in the real world. Okay. So another thing that we're going to be using is the CV Curve tool, which we're going to be using in conjunction with the Extrude tool. So if we go up to Create CV Curve tool and add it up there, if we just click on that, it's going to allow us to click here in our side view, add in these CV points, and create a curve like this. Hit Enter to end that curve. So we're going to be using that a lot. I'll show you in a second how we're going to use that with Extrude. The Extrude tool, if you just select this face, is going to allow us to kind of pull this face out and create new geometry. So under Edit Mesh, Control-Shift, Extrude. So we've got Extrude here. If I just do an Extrude, it allows me just to kind of pull that up. If I do select this face and then select this curve and do an Extrude, you can see what's happened here. It's kind of extruded and it looks like it's popped out to this the endpoint. So if we go in here to our Extrude, and let's look at divisions, and if we click there and middle mouse drag in our viewport, we can see what happens. There's 2, 3, and as we increase these divisions, you can see that face has actually been extruded along that curve. Okay, you can also taper that. Some really powerful stuff. You can also twist it. So we're going to be using that a lot to really quickly create some really neat geometric effects. Okay. So as we come along, new tools that we might be using in this training, we can go ahead and add them to our shelf as we come upon them. And so in the next lesson, I think we're ready to jump in and start building the structure of our living room.